The importance and the secret to branding yourself. Let's talk about what branding is and why this is going to matter for your online business. If you look at Yahoo, Dell, Amazon, eBay, these are all companies that have mastered branding themselves. And the question that you should ask yourself is, how can you model, how can you imitate greatness? How can you implement this with your niche business? You see, branding is the integration of your company, your overall appearance, your look, your feel, your products, how they present themselves, your overall customer experience that you provide, and the benefit that your customers get from your products and services combined. A lot of people mistake branding for the Goodyear blimp. With that kind of branding, like you need to make sure that everybody on the internet knows your company's name, or that it's going to be very, very expensive to get your brand out there amongst the masses so that everybody knows you. And that's not what you're going for. All right, there's a lot of companies that have successfully built their brands within their niche where the general population wouldn't know about. Those are, the Goodyear blimp example. That's old school Madison Avenue branding. Wasting a lot of money on creating, how many people in that, in the view of the blimp are going to need tires? So it's just kind of a shotgun approach, and that's not what we're talking about here. What we're talking about is creating a consistent image of your customers, of your business in your customers' minds. And consistency is the key. Think about it. If you're branding yourself as the number one ultra exclusive person that teaches people how to give motivational speeches or teaches people how to public speak, okay? And your course, all the other courses on the market are around $97, but your course is different because you put your blood, sweat, and tears into your course, and you're charging $997, $1,000. Your course has to be consistent, and everything you do has to support your brand as that ultra exclusive brand. So if you're sending emails out to your list, and this email is poorly formatted and it has typos all in it, and it's just spelling errors left and right, then that's not going to be consistent with the brand that you're trying to portray, and it's going to make you seem suspect in the eye of your customer. Even if you have a store, say you have a golf store, sticking with our previous example, and you say that in your tagline, the largest selection of left-handed clubs on the net, right? But then underneath all of the products in your store, it says temporarily sold out. That's a stark contradiction, and it makes your brand, it diminishes your brand. So that's the importance of the consistency. But your brand is not just in the product itself; it's in everything, every interaction that your company has with the actual client. So if you have a monthly newsletter, your brand is being built with that. The website content should be contributing to your branding message. Everything that your company puts out should all point back and should all consist of the brand, building your brand. Your quality. Think about this for a second. If you've always over delivered, and let's say your golf slice ebook, you promised the people 50 pages. And it was really 109. And then you promised them a free email or so, but you really gave them a 7-week course that didn't cost you much to have written. You'll soon be known as the person who always over-delivers. Over-delivering added value becomes your brand. People will know you as that. It doesn't take long before that happens. As a matter of fact, they will come to expect it from you. So you'll have to live up to that. But in exchange, word will spread, and your business will grow faster than your competitors. Your brand also must cut through all of the online gibberish and people who aren't your target market and focus directly like a laser beam and speak directly to your target audience. Okay, so if your brand is catering to left-handed golfers, then everything you do should be tailored to the left-handed golfers and speak directly to them, so that you become branded as a left-handed golf supplier. A crucial part of building your brand is staying visible with your customers and your subscribers. You always have to be putting your name and your brand in front of your best potential customers, so that when the time comes for them to buy, They're going to choose you over the competition. They're used to hearing from you. They're used to reading your information. They know and they trust you. They respect you. Okay? One way to do this is to get cranking with that Primo PDF creator and create some free content for them. Write articles that are always talking about new developments in your industry, commenting on maybe current trends, things that are happening, things that make news. If some kid who's like 10 years old drives the ball 400 yards or something crazy, send out a little article about the physics of the golf swing with short people or something like that. And always be in touch with them. They'll be looking. What it will happen is slowly over time, you'll be perceived as an authority. Okay, because your finger will be on the pulse of everything that's going on in your niche. How can you do this? One thing that I recommend you doing is going to google.com/alerts and then signing up for different alerts that are in your niche. So if I put in golf here, and I say for the type, I want everything. I want news, I want blogs, I want videos, I want things like that. Everything about golf, and I want these to come once a day, and only the best results. And I put my email address in right here. Google will go out and filter every time something newsworthy or something about golf comes up in the search engines or something that, like we said, it's only the best. They will send it to my email box, okay? Maybe you want to set up a new email box just for this. And if some kid drives the ball 300 yards in Arizona, you'll know about it. It'll be in your box. And you can communicate that information with your list. All right? You can communicate, share. So now you become cutting edge. It's like you have a team, a research team, a news team constantly giving you new information in your niche. And they see you as an authority. They get used to hearing from you. And then what happens is they want to open all of your mail. Okay? Because you've always given them great stuff. Your brand says, that you've always given them, it speaks for itself. And you've always given them high quality. It was good conversational pieces, instructional pieces, and things like that. You also want to go to some of those forums that we spoke about earlier, that we located, and go hang out there and talk with your with your target market. Get used to being the authority in the forums. Okay, this is an excellent low-cost, no-cost way to build a reputation in the industry, because now your posts are going to be in forums where all of your targeted market hangs out. All right, and they see your signature line. There's a little line below your name that says whatever your branding tagline is, and because they see that, they go and they join your list, and we'll talk about list building in the next video. But overall, they come into your sphere of influence through seeing you in the forums. You could also get your site listed and ranked in the search engines, and we'll talk about that shortly. And just by doing that, you'll also put yourself directly in front of your customers. Another important aspect of building your brand is also always being in touch with your customers and your potential customers. And we strongly recommend you setting up a help desk. A help desk for people who may want to have questions prior to the sale, or people who may have questions after the sale. And there's different help desk softwares out there. The best one that we recommend you can find at www.fastersmarterbetter.com/help desk. A little customer service goes a long way to speaking volumes about your business and building your brand. So overall, forget that age-old myth that the whole web needs to know who your company is. You could care less if the whole web knows, as long as your target market knows who you are and you become known as the go-to person or one of the go-to persons for a specific service, product, or a different type of program for that niche market, and that's what you're going for. Ultimately, you want to develop a unique selling position. They call this a USP, and we'll get into a little bit more of this later when we get into the strategy portions in the later videos. But your unique selling position is going to be what you would say if you were on a stage in front of your ideal audience. So if you market a golf, how to cure your golf slice ebook, and you were on a stage in front of a room full of people, 800 people who wanted to fix their golf slice, what would you say to them to convey your message to them so that they purchase your product? Okay, who would you say that you are to them? You had 1 second, a few seconds to do that. What would your core message be to them? How do you want to be known to them? Your USP would be something like you provide an ebook that will show them how to get rid of any golf slice issues they have in the next 48 hours, yada, yada, yada. You know, you want to make it a strong benefit that hits to the core of what they're looking to solve, the problem they're looking to solve, and sets you apart from your competitors. The only golf slice cure for left-handed people guaranteed to work in 72 hours. If that room was full of left-handed people and that had got golf slices, well, you just hit a home run. And that's your USP that you translate that online. That's what you put in all of your marketing. That's what you put in your website. Okay? So you've covered a lot, and you should be proud of how far you've come so far through these first 3 modules. Okay, you've gotten a lot of information, which is the foundation of a very successful business. In the later modules coming up, and in the next video, we're going to talk about how to build your list. Start building your list of people to fill this funnel, so that you can have customers flow in and raise their hand and say, "Hey, I'm interested in more information. I'm this type of person. I have a golf slice, and I really want more information with this product." And they'll enter your sales funnel, and you can prepare them for the sale. You can start building your brand, and then the magic happens. You get your first sale, and you're off to the races. Your nightly life is never the same again, because you've gone from nothing, created something out of nothing, and created money out of thin air. All right, it's a very exciting time for you, and I'm excited for you. So let's move on to our next module, which is list building. And you're getting very close to the point of actually launching and having your business up and running.